Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're new here, hello. My name is Ashley. I'm half of Sugar and Savvy. And today, we're talking about sales. We've done hauls. We've got a lot of hauls up on the channel if that's what you're interested in. But today we're gonna talk about sales. I don't know what we're gonna call this. I was thinking something along the lines of like 10 sales, 10 days. And then you have to do this. Something like that. So I pulled from the last 10 days of sales, I pulled 5 from Poshmark and 5 from eBay. And we're just gonna go over them and chat about brand, if I would pick it up again, what my cost of goods was, so on and so forth. So yeah, let's just go ahead. We are just gonna jump right in. Look, I have notes and everything. We're starting with Poshmark. And the first thing I wanna talk about is this Eileen Fisher. Oh, I'm also purposely sitting like over here so that Amy can pop in the graphics. I know I'm like very far to the side. Excuse me. This Eileen Fisher jersey tie waist button front long sleeve dress in an extra large. We love selling Eileen, which I never thought I would say that because when I was selling on my own, before we were doing Whatnot, so this was years ago, I loathed selling Eileen Fisher. It just sat for me. It never sold. And I don't know if there's like an Eileen Fisher renaissance happening right now or what, but it is selling like hotcakes, mostly on eBay, which is why I chose to talk about this one because it sold on Posh and it sold for a decent amount. We will sell anything Eileen. I find Eileen a lot at the bins, which is awesome because like I literally don't care what the piece is. If I'm going to be paying like, you know, thrift store pricing, like $8 to $10 or something for it, I'm going to comp check it. But if I'm at the bins, I'm just going to buy it. And they sell t-shirts, tanks, doesn't matter what it is. This particular piece I paid $4 for. I just got it at like a local thrift, not a chain, like a Goodwill or anything like that. It sold for $65. After fees, we made $52. And so our profit was $48. Next up over on Posh, we have this Ivy City Co. red tulle full skirt ballerina Valentine's Day dress in an extra large. I chose to chat about this one because this sold so fast, like days. It sold in days. Amy picked this one up. One thing, Ivy City is definitely a bolo, but one thing to know is that not all Ivy City Co. pieces are created equal. Like definitely comp check, look up the style, look up what's available, you know, size-wise and all of that. We've sold a handful of Ivy City Co. pieces and they've all sold really well, but you just want to make sure the pieces aren't too saturated. So Amy paid $8 for this. It sold for $70 after fees and I'm assuming discounted shipping. We made $53.02, which was a $45.02 profit. Next, we have this intermix piece. Intermix is tricky, isn't it? This is the Intermix Sabina Baby Alpaca Teal Green Turtleneck Sweater in small. Intermix is such a weird brand because I feel like for most of the time, the pieces sit. Like we have an intermix blouse in our closet and it has been sitting forever, months and months and months. But it sold fairly quickly. We got this on our last trip to LA, which I think was about 2 months ago. We paid around $5 for it. Typically when we go to LA, our cost of goods is between $5 and $7. So I just said that we paid $5. This sold for $65. $52 were made after fees, and so that's a $47 profit, which I was really happy with. I was the one that found this when we were thrifting in LA, and if it was not like a special material, you know, it was baby alpaca. Like that's basically why I got it. If it was just like viscose or whatever, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But the sold comps are really good, and then being able obviously to put like baby alpaca in the title is always clutch. Okay, next, we have 2 more Posh pieces. Next is this Free People, We the Free, the Sandy Tank in white and a size medium. So this kind of falls into the Eileen category in terms of we will sell anything Free People because it sells so fast. And similarly, usually on eBay, like usually our Free People pieces, especially the basics, like the We the Free t-shirts, the intimately free bralettes and stuff like that, that typically always sells on eBay. This one happened to sell on Posh. I got this at the bins. Y'all, it's a white tank top. It's a white tank top. I paid $1.70. It sold for $21. After fees, we made $13.82. So our profit was $12.12. I kind of used to, you know, it's only been recently, I think maybe since October. I mentioned that in a previous video that I started going to the bins weekly. And I kind of used to like poo-poo it when people would have sales like this, like, oh, you only made $12. But when you're going to the bins and getting like, I usually get between 35 and 45 items, and one piece can pay for like a third-ish of your haul. Like, that's nuts. And also all of those little profits, the 12, the 16, the whatever, all of that adds up. So, as long as you're making a profit and you're not, sinking a bunch of time into listing it, I guess, I just think those like quick flip sales, even being that the profit is 12.12, are totally worth it. All right, and our last Posh sale, this was an exciting one. This is a new with tag, Mother, the crop alpaca blend animal print knit sweater in small. This one was so exciting. So we actually sourced this on Whatnot, and we did pay up for it. Mind you, it was new with tag. So we paid $48.43 for it. And we had it listed. This was another one that was listed for like a week. Like, it was not listed that long. We paid $48.43. It sold for $150. Sold for $150, $120 after fees, and then our profit was $71.57. People, a lot of times people do source things on Whatnot, which I think is very smart. But I think that you have to be very smart about it for it to be very smart, if you catch my drift. Like, you can't just be swiping and, bidding on all the things, because while something might be running for $12, by the time you pay shipping and taxes on it, it's not a $12 piece anymore. Like, that's no longer your cost of goods, right? So what Amy and I tend to do is, if we do source on Whatnot, most of the time it's from a preloaded show. So it's not from somebody doing pallet pulls. That's not to say we never buy pieces like that, but most of the time it's from something that's preloaded so that we can check the comps on it before we buy it. I will say I just picked up 4 pieces from Holly, eBay Princess, and that was in a pallet pull show, but she was taking like the perfect amount of time to explain each piece that I was able to screenshot, Google image search, and comp check each piece she was talking about. So my advice to you, if you are interested in, picking up things on Whatnot to sell, is like, just don't, as my mom would say, don't do it willy-nilly. Like, don't just, be swiping on everything because, you think it's a good deal, especially with these Rent the Runway palettes, y'all. So many of these Rent the Runway pieces are so saturated that like it's a $500 dress and you can't even get $20 for it. So just, PSA, I feel like that's good advice and good to know. Okay, moving right along to eBay. First up, Miss Eileen. This Eileen Fisher stretch silk jersey scoop neck top in black and in a 2X. Definitely for us, you just saw on the Posh sales, that Eileen dress was an extra large. This one's a 2X. The plus size Eileen is primo. That stuff sells fastest and what we have found for the most money. This top was actually purchased on eBay before and someone returned it. We relisted it, boom, sold again. I got this at the bins. I paid $1.70. It sold for $58. We made $42.55 after fees, so our profit was $40.85. This was an exciting one. We have well, let me tell you what it is first. This is a Spell in the Gypsy Desert Daisy Lilac Floral Tiered Full Skirt Maxi Dress in a small. We have near us, I've mentioned we have the 2 Buffalo Exchanges, and then it's near-ish to us. We have another buy-sell trade, and we rarely go there because it's not like super close, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to get to, but they have fantastic pieces, and they frequently have sales. Amy was able to get this on sale. First of all, it was only originally priced at $34, and we probably would have bought it for that price, but it was half off. So we paid $17 for this. It sold for $148. We made $124.82 after fees, and then our profit was $107.82. Holy cannoli. Like that is an example of something from a buy-sell trade that is obviously an amazing flip. I feel like a lot of times when I go to a buy-sell trade, I just get like so excited because they have like the best brands, and you see all these brands that you don't normally see all the time. And I get kind of like this adrenaline rush, and it's like, okay, you got to comp check, girl. You got to like make sure you're actually going to make a profit. So this pickup was fantastic. And this sold fast. This sold within weeks. Oh my gosh, this piece is adorable. Amy's lucky I didn't keep this because I really wanted to. It's so cute. This is a cabbie piece. This is the cabbie Western Floral Patchwork Button-Down Bronco Blouse in an extra large. Cabbie, I mean, there's exceptions to every rule, but cabbie is definitely one that we pretty much exclusively only pick up at the bins. This actually, we had 2 cabbies sell in 1 week. It's all the things. I feel like it's style dependent. I feel like it's size dependent. Sometimes material. Like, I just feel like with cabbie, you have to be like really particular. But if I'm paying $1.80, like I'm going to get it. Like I've told you guys before, I do not comp check at the bins. So I paid $1.80 for this. It sold for $26. We made $18.65 after fees and a $16.85 profit, which I just feel like, again, like when you're paying $1.80 for something, like making, you know, almost 17 bucks off of it, fantastic. All right, we have 2 sales left. Next up is this new with tag IMGS Synopsis Bondage Strap Pants in white size small. I would definitely say IMGA is a bolo. However, you definitely have to be patient. I feel like it takes a good amount of time to sell, but when it does, it sells for high. The handful of IMGS sales we have had have essentially all, well, we sold one on, yeah, this one was full price. And then I think 2 that we've sold on Poshmark were full price. So people definitely come through, like when they want it, they want it. We paid $4 for this pair of pants. They sold for $85. We made $70.75 after fees and a $66.75 profit. So definitely pick it up. But in our experience, like I would not expect it to flip ASAP. All right, y'all. And lastly, I decided to throw this one in here because this is actually from the bins haul that we did a couple of videos ago. If you want to go check that one out, this is the Cool Brazen Cool Dry Performance Outdoor Polo in a 3XL. We love selling Cool. It's just a great brand. It does tend to sell quickly, not this quickly, because this was listed for like days and then it flew. I paid $1.87. It sold for $18. We made $14.23 after fees and a $12.36 profit. I would pick up Cool. I would never pay up for Cool, but I would pick it up at like a regular thrift store, and the bins, it's just a no-brainer. All right, y'all, that's it. That's our 10 sales in 10 days. If you guys like this video, let us know. I feel like this would be kind of a fun, like bi-weekly video that we could do. We will be shopping LA here soon, and so keep an eye out for some haul videos. I think we're gonna do like a vlog situation while we're there, so that will be fun. And yeah, we'll see you guys in our next one. Bye, friends.